silent. Oh man, that was not a. They usually do like a 5, 4, 3, 2.
Get to it.
All right, ready?
Yo, this is the most dope CJ Esparza coming to you live with Primo, DB, and AJ on the Sit Down Marks podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following Sit Down Marks podcast is set for one fall. Introduce first your heel host that is always helping to spread the good word of wrestling, Dirty Bird. Next up, the co-host from the land of the rattlesnake, Mr. Team Extreme, editor and producer, Primo. And finally, your co-host, straight out of your mama's kitchen, driver of the grip wagon, straight off a cliff, assistant editor and producer, AJ.
Lucha Daddy's Unmasked, breaking news, episode number 87 of the Sit Down Mars podcast. Welcome, everybody. Kind of a funny lead in there. Lucha Daddy did not have his mask on. He was not ready, so I guess he ain't here. So we got Primo and AJ today. What's going on, fellas?
Just normal Primo today.
Boring
Not a whole
Primo.
lot. It's,
Regular
what
old
is this,
Primo.
87? 87.
87.
13 ticks from
Holy fuck, it's 87.
13 ticks to 100, huh?
Yeah,
Man.
We should do something special.
We're going to try. Let's, if all goes as planned and everything happens, January the 25th will be episode.
That'll make a dick hard.
It will. It will.
Just like the Hardy Boys music.
Yeah,
Insert,
that's right.
insert here.
Call back. Yeah, you're right.
Yep, call
I
back.
think we should do nothing but callbacks.
Welcome to the Best Kept Secret in Wrestling podcast. Thank you to TW Ward, of course, for bringing us in, the voice of Memphis Wrestling. Like I said, it's Primo and AJ and DB as usual. And we got the boys here today. I want to thank the sponsor, the huge dudes. The huge.
Yeah, the huge dudes.
The huge dudes. Thanks everybody for sponsoring. Thanks everybody for sponsoring. Thank all the sponsors and everybody listening on all the podcast platforms.
Everybody out there.
Yeah. You fuck it. You guys know what I'm trying to say. You've heard it enough at this point. So we got a big episode, man. I'm excited about this pod today. We've got a lot of things to talk about. Primo's got control over a few things today. So let's see what he's maybe have influenced the old jukebox to get us kicked off here today. Let's go.
Oh, Zoogity Box, baby. Greatest of all time.
Oh, I hate this song so much.
I'm sexy. I've got the look. The drive to go wild. I've got the move. I said shit.
So stupid.
Primo said the gut and then proceeded to do the Shawn Michaels pose, everybody.
Oh,
Go to
that's right.
YouTube, look up Sit Down Marks and watch this particular episode. Let's see, we are like 9 minutes in. You gotta check that out, man. That's good stuff right there.
That song is so stupid. Like, I get Shawn Michaels one of the best of all time. Sure. That song is so stupid. Like, it's so dumb.
It's so legendary.
I was actually just having a conversation with my mom, because when I was a teenager watching wrestling, Shawn Michaels was like my mom's dude, right? For all the reasons that he would be. Sure. And I was telling her earlier, I was like, he lost all his hair. He's like cross-eyed.
Yeah.
She's like, no way.
Not aging well, that Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Your mom have the poster? Did your mom have the poster of Shawn with the belt in front of his cock?
Still has it.
Iconic.
It's just covering. Yeah.
Just the business.
Yeah.
Just the business.
How do you think you're cute, but you know you're sexy? That doesn't make any sense, Shawn Michaels. Fucking Jesus. Have some agreement between your statements.
He wrote it?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I honestly do think he wrote it. I mean, he sang the fucking thing. You might as well have
They get chills whenever I'm around.
It makes them feel like they're on cloud 9.
Like I know that it's fucking Scary Sherry that does the little thing at the beginning, but I swear to God,
Sean or whatever.
I think it's actually him doing a girl's voice at the beginning of the. That's him going.
Right. I mean, that's probably fair. It probably is.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Welcome, everybody, to the show. I am the Dirty Bird. It's time to talk about what we're going to talk about today. So this week, we're going to discuss NXT Halloween Havoc results. How do we do with our picks, as well as other WWE, AEW, Impact happenings in the world of wrestling. Primo is going to surprise us with a nice little promo of his choosing for promo school. AJ and I are going to talk about our show this weekend at Iron Spirit Pro, which leads me to our guest today. We're going to drop an interview with the most dope CJ Esparza, who's going for the Iron Spirit Pro Championship this weekend against his best friend, Brew Baker. So he's coming on the pod to talk about that. Make sure you guys stick around, check that out. It's going to be a big one there. So we talk about that match. We talk about his career thus far, influences. He used to be in a tag team, pretty prominent in the Midwest professional independent wrestling called Zero Gravity. So he was pretty popular there. So we talked about that briefly. So got a lot to talk about here, Primo. If you're ready, sucker. Kick that fucker off.
Chip, chop, chip. Thank you.
This is Levi Cooper.
Hey, this is Buck Nasty, Bucky Collins.
This is Big B. What's up, bozos? This is Trevor Outlaw, and you're listening
And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks.
Sit Down Marks.
Sit Down Marks.
And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast with DB, Primo, and AJ.
That was so loud.
That moment you realized you burped and it was live.
Your face, you were like this. You went, bop.
Oh, I got a feeling we're going way off the rails today. It's just got one of those kind of feelings, right?
On fire tonight.
Now we're gonna watch for your fart position later on because you do have a distinct fart position,
right?
Oh man,
the old fart position and ball twist.
The ball twist. Something you should like make it into like one smooth like adjust and then back down.
Yeah. Do the leg shake to get the balls off your leg.
Efficiency of movement. You need to work on it.
All right, AJ. So let's talk about it, man. This weekend we're back to work. Iron Spirit Pro is presented by the Normal Corn Belters this weekend in Normal, Illinois. We're going to be back home, so to speak, at our community activity center. If you're new to the pod, first of all, welcome. We are now pretty much affiliated big time down deep with Iron Spirit Pro.
Yeah, there's no pretty much like we
are.
We are, yeah.
Yep, yeah. AJ is commentary guy, play-by-play, so to speak.
I'm old color presser.
Right, the old presser, Steve Suss, the voice of Iron Spirit Pro. So so we got that big card going on this weekend. The main event is the big one here, as CJ is going to be with us here in just a little bit to talk about this card coming up. Both CJ and Brew Baker, the main event. Brew Baker, as you've heard of us, he's been the champ for over about 2 years now.
5 decades.
Yeah. And number one contender, CJ Esparza, his best friend, tag team partner in Dope Kings, which is in a lot of other promotions in this area. So they're going to clash for the title here for the first time, or to see if CJ can be the second ever Iron Spirit Pro champion. So that's the main event. But under this, we got a really stacked card. And I hear there may be some big announcements coming up too at this show. So So Iron Spirit Pro is going to have a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So in the tag team division, we got No Role Models, which is out of Team Ambition from St. Louis, going against Technical Difficulties. These guys are also Team Ambition guys in St. Louis. Technical Difficulties, AJ is, they've been pretty unstoppable since coming on board here with Iron Spirit Pro and looking pretty solid lately.
They're some of my favorites. I love Technical Difficulties. They're fucking awesome.
And then on the flip side, the old staples, the standbys, the guys, they kind of been with us for quite a while now. 815 Sabotage Sean, who's been on the pod here before with his tag team partner Gunner Brave. They are 815 going up against kind of a makeshift tag team in Atomico Jr. and Manny Cortez. This should be interesting.
Yeah, have they ever teamed together before?
No, I don't think. Well, at least not in our promotion.
I've never seen it before. Curious to see how they work together. Against 815 too.
Right. Yeah. They're always not very fond of the crowd, and they reciprocate that as well.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck them.
Nice, solid singles matchup. We got Solomon Tupu, who's been with us for a while, versus
big boy.
Kind of a newcomer, Xavier Sky. I think he wrestled for us first back at the Corn Crib a while back. So this should be an interesting matchup, man. Xavier's got his hands full, dude.
Solomon Tupu is a big dude.
Yes, he is.
Big and solid.
Big time face versus big time heel here. We got Angel El Sasson Escarlera.
There you go. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Trill them R's, you motherfucker.
That's right. Versus another staple in Iron Spirit Pro. This guy don't lose very much, Connolly.
Nope. Nor should he. He's scary. He makes kids cry.
He does. He has a chain he beats people with.
And then the kids will come up to him. He'll be like, beat it, you fucking nerd. He won't say fucking nerds to the kids.
Right.
But that's the sentiment is beat it, you fucking nerds.
Another matchup we're looking at, Ryan Matthews, who's been with us before. And he's fun because what does he come out to? Right Said Fred?
Yeah.
I'm too sexy. Yeah,
okay,
so that's
right. Ryan Matthews, I'm sorry, is fucking hilarious. He really he's brilliant. Like he's so funny. He's a dick, but he's so funny.
Right. He's got his hands full because the crowd really loves 12 Gauge. He's kind of a local guy. He's kind of been booked a lot here in Iron Spirit Pro lately.
I love 12 Gauge. 12 Gauge is awesome.
Oh, he's
a black and brave guy. It's awesome.
Great dude. And then probably the biggest matchup here we're looking at, probably the biggest face in the company versus quite possibly the biggest heel in the company. Cornboy versus Hartenbauer.
Yes. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not even going to say anything about that. I love them. Both friends of the pod. Like, how do you?
Yeah. That was going to be tough to call, man. Cornboy looking to maybe step out of the tag team, be a little more in the singles.
Poor Ripped. Where's Ripped? Miss Ripped Steadwell.
He's out on the book tour.
As he should be. Did everyone buy his books? They're fucking awesome.
You told him to, for sure.
They should have. If you haven't, go buy his books.
Then reminder for the Iron Spirit Pro Championship, the main event, Brubaker, the champ, versus the challenger, #1 contender, CJ Esparza. It's going to be a big night Saturday. IronSpiritPro.com. $15 tickets to watch wrestling. One of our biggest events ever. This is definitely the biggest main event in Bloomington Normal history, wrestling history. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so big card there Saturday. Look forward. Please come out. Please come say hi. Top Rope Bacon's going to be there slinging cookies. AJ and I will be there as well. Obviously, you come get some free merch from us. We got some other great stuff. Schooners is sponsored. We got the Chi Express, who's on board too for this. So a lot of people going to be there, man. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
Yes. It's going to be a lot of cool. Like, even the sponsors are cool this time. I mean, they're all, like, our sponsors are always awesome. But we got a lot of them. It's very diverse this time around.
Right, it is.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm going to eat and buy so many cookies. Like,
oh my God, I'm gonna spend $80.
Corey's not going home with any cookies.
No.
He's not taking any home. Nope.
Have you ever had one of her cookies before? They're delicious.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, every time I see her.
They're so good.
Absolutely. Love them.
Yeah.
They're the best. They're great.
Yep.
And I love how they have like s'mores cookies. It's called like a wild Samoran.
Yeah, they got clever little names for all of them.
Like Billy Gunfetti, which you're probably not a fan of that one, but a clever name though. Billy Gunfetti's cakes. You know what I mean? Cookies. Let's see.
Smart, isn't it?
And she makes them for all the wrestlers too, which is very cool on top of itself.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
she's got a nice little gig going there. Pretty awesome.
She does. And she's just fucking cool as shit on top of it. So
yeah,
that right there, man, make you wanna buy all their cookies and watch. And she loves wrestling just like we do, man. It's cool. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of wrestling here, AJ and Primo.
I love
if
cookies.
you guys are ready.
Too bad you're the East Coast.
Why don't we start with Impact today? Let's get started with Impact.
Good, because there's nothing in AEW.
Well, I want to say with Impact is fucking bullshit. Bully gets a pin. He gets the pin Juice in his first match back. Like, we're going right back here automatically. Please tell me that's what you were going to say, Primo.
No, I was going to say for some reason they let Heath and Rhino defeat the Kingdom for the tag team championships after they just made Motor City lose.
True. But I love Heath, so
I do too. Yeah, I do too. But they literally, like a week ago, lost to one of the greatest tag teams ever.
Yeah, that is still one of the greatest tag teams.
Right.
Yeah,
like I love Heath, but
Rhino gored Maria. Did y'all see that?
Wait, what?
Rhino, he gored Maria.
Good.
Maria Kanellis.
Fucking Rhino. I've never been a Rhino fan with his short little arms.
He's just Rhino. It's just weird, you know. It.
I'm gonna get you.
What do you guys think about Joe Hendry? See his little gimmick? It's
Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Which I think that's going to be pretty funny.
Does he leave?
Yeah, it might be a little copyright infringy because no one's ever going to do it better than Bo Dallas. I'm a huge Bo Dallas mark. So
at first, of course, because it was supposed to be a heel gimmick, the whole Bo Leave thing. But then I was like, now I kind of like it. Looking back, I'm like, man, that was fucking smart.
It was awesome. It was hilarious. Yeah, actually, and like it's Halloween, so he's Boo Dallas. You remember when he did that? And I think it was Mark Henry punched him in the face.
I saw this thing not too long ago. It was sorry, peanut M&Ms. It was Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel whenever they were the B team.
The B team.
And it's like Matt Hardy and Bray were in the ring when they were champs. But anyway, the B team was parodying Hardy and Bo was doing Bray. It was so funny.
Yeah. I saw that. It's fucking awesome.
Funny.
They were spot on too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, obviously Bo's going to be spot on because
brother.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Let's move to WWE. Let's talk about Bray Wyatt right off the bat.
Awesome.
About Bray's message.
Love
Not going to apologize for the horrible things that he's going to do. He's like, I know what you want. Like talking to
but
us.
He switched, right?
Yeah. It was like schizophrenic.
Yeah. I think that's what it's going to be. Like multiple personality.
Yeah.
So, because in that same, like at the beginning, he wasn't saying that, right? And then all of a sudden it was like, and then, yeah. Like you were saying.
The QR code that popped up, if you caught it, it took you to a psychiatric evaluation form. Where
pretty fun.
Yeah. I was that nerd that went back and rewound it and freeze frame, till it came up, and then because I wanted to see. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Like I kind of like it.
Then you sent it to me. I didn't have to rewind. You're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. For the boys, man. For the boys.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
So that was kind of interesting. It's like he's. He's like, I'm doing this. It's like I'm doing this for you, and then he's like, well, but thank you for letting me do this. And it's going to be interesting.
What do you think about Jay and his unhinged attitude? Do you think so? Here's maybe my early prediction or take on it, whatever you want to call it. Okay. That maybe Jay starts going like this is the way the bloodline should be, like aggressive. This is how we were when we started, and now we're all like ha ha and shit with fucking Sammy. So maybe he goes that route, and maybe they eventually kick Sammy out.
Boo! Sammy's the best thing about the bloodline.
Oh, I mean, you don't hear any disagreements from me. He's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's fresh. The fresh blood in the bloodline. That was stupid, but but yeah, it makes it fresh again. Which if they get rid of Sammy, it's going to be the same old bird. We the twos, and that means poop.
And we the ones.
You said it.
We're the P, and you're the duty. Two means poop, and one means P.
So I mean, they got the Logan interaction already. Logan knocked out Jay, right? They had that little.
Man, I wish they wouldn't hype him up so much.
Nope, me neither. I did like his line though when he was like, "Yeah, everyone thinks I'm not going to win." Then he was like, "But what if I do?" It's like you're not going to, but that's a cool line. It really was.
I mean, you got me there.
Yeah,
There's
they're
always
playing the one shot. Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, but what if I do? It's like you're not going to, and you're awful, and I hate you and want you to go away.
If you do, I may not cover WWE on this podcast for a while.
I will never watch WWE again.
Yeah, that'd be a very, very bad business mistake,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, no, I will. So did Logan Paul sign under Vince, right? When Vince was still there?
It was before.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was WrestleMania, right? Or it was actually before that.
It was before Mania, yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't sign a deal, because it was like a one-off deal before that, or like a two-off deal. He actually signed a year contract or something like that. After.
I thought it was multi-year.
Oh, God. No. Oh, why'd you say that? I hate
think it's at least 3 or 4, isn't it?
I think it's 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys are drunk, and I don't want to listen to you anymore.
All right, so Raw was in my hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina.
North Carolina!
So, of course, they always got to pop the rednecks and put the NASCAR guys on there. Right?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Was it Corey LaJoy?
It was Carla Joy, and then Dale Jr. was on there. But what was funny is Dale Jr. told The Miz to fuck off on TV, which was awesome. I was like, oh, God. Okay, cool. They got Dale Jr. Oh, he just said fuck off. Hell yeah. Fuck off. Like, it was great. Yeah, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And because Truth is from Charlotte, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
That's why he came out.
Yep.
But I love seeing him. He's always so funny.
Yeah.
And the dude does not age.
No, he looks exactly the same as he did in the
2000
Royal Rumble.
Right. I thought it was so funny whenever Johnny was out there talking to Miz. He's like, he said something like, I was like, I will tell the truth. And then Truth comes out. And then he's like, all right.
Right, yeah.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, well, yeah. You want something, dog? You want to talk to me?
Yeah.
You said you want to tell the truth. Like,
I love our Truth, dude. He's so funny.
It's great, yeah. I used to love the gimmick where he would run to the ring with a ladder, and it won't be a ladder match.
My bad.
Oh my God, yes.
And he would get out and just take the ladder back.
Right.
Like, I love that shit, man. That was great.
24/7, 7-Eleven, 365.
Yes, that was gold. But I can also say though, that night at Raw, Dale Jr. got the biggest pop, no matter who.
Fucking course.
I mean, it's in Charlotte, dude.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course,
we could probably have Kenny Omega in there and Charlotte Flair, and Dale Jr. is going to get a pop.
Yeah, the biggest pop. Yes. He drives a car.
Well, what's funny is Miz told Dale Jr. he'd beat him in his Tesla because I beat you in a race in my Tesla.
Shut the fuck up.
You know how many Corvettes Dale Jr. owns?
Right. But my last note for Raw, and you're probably going to be like, oh, you're shitting on him again. But yes, I'm shitting on him again. Nothing will make me change the channel quicker than a Baron Corbin Johnny Gargano match. Okay? Fucking shoot me, right? But hey, Night I was on, so I flipped over. The Bears were up 23-14 during this match. If anybody cares.
Nope. But in honor of you, I did change the channel because I was like Johnny Gargano, which I don't mind Johnny Gargano. I don't mind Baron Corbin, but I was like, I don't want to watch this.
My only thought, my takeaway from this was Johnny Gargano was just in the prior segment with The Miz, and then he's in the segment with Baron, and Johnny Gargano is also like a fan favorite. And we don't expect him to lose right now, but also they are currently pushing Baron back up. Mm-hmm. So I was surprised to see them clash, and obviously for Baron to go over.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I want to see a proper Baron Corbin.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Baron's cool. I'm good with it.
He is, and he's it's mostly from what I hear about him, like backstage, because apparently he's just the best guy.
Yeah, he needs new music to start. We need to start with new music. We gotta get rid of the cash like that.
But Johnny did mention the parachute, the MC Hammer pants.
Yes. Right. Yeah, that was funny.
Wrestling God.
Speaking of R-Truth, he was on NXT last night, which Triple H kind of making NXT a little unpredictable here. Like, you kind of like it. You never know who's kind of coming on. The tag title, the women's match to start. Just kick the night off.
That's the first 20 minutes I skipped.
I tell you this, man. The match
I'm kidding. I watched.
Was great.
I watched the end. Yeah,
it was really good.
To see who won.
They went back and forth. I'm
joking. Of course, I watched it.
Nikita Lyons. She pinned the person that wasn't the legal wrestler at the time. I can't remember. I always have trouble remembering their Casey and
Caden.
Casey and Caden. There you go. She pinned Casey, and Caden was the person that was actually in the match. So they pinned the wrong person, and they ended up retaining later. But sweet Spanish fly during this match too. So that's worth
it was pretty cool
seeing alone. But your girl Elektra Lopez is back. You probably got a boner on that one, right, Primo?
Yeah. I mean, hey. Nikita started off the night, so that's pretty dope too.
Sure.
Just Primo boners all over the place.
I mean, we don't have to,
Primo boners.
But rewind real quick back to Raw. We're just gonna gloss over with the fact we didn't get Charlotte, but we did get Nikki Cross back.
Yes, because no one cares.
I care a little bit.
You do not care. That's a dirty lie.
I do. First of all, I like
Charlotte Flair, not her.
I like Nikki ASH, but I really liked Nikki Cross. Like, that was when she was at her best.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I'm curious to see what they do with her. And
Nothing.
Bayley went over Bianca.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed that they were fighting again to begin with. So I was kind of not invested in that match at all.
Yeah, I was hoping Bianca would win a match and Charlotte would come out at the end and off to the races. But I'm hearing that's going to be the Mania match. So,
I was to say, if Bianca beats Charlotte, then she's beat the fucking gauntlet.
Right. So they can put some steam on it for a while.
Which I don't think that she deserves.
You're right.
I really don't. I don't think so.
That's a lot. It's a 13-time women's champ there she's going to be trying to beat.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough that...
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Are we talking about Odyssey Jones right now?
Well, I was just going to say he's back. We hadn't seen him.
Yeah, that's true.
He was driving
That's
a car.
true, because he was injured.
Yeah.
He's driving a car.
I want to say, well, here we go. Before we get to NXT, let's read off the Halloween Havoc results.
Oh, yeah.
We're safe to say that the Women's Tag Team Championship match did not take place at Halloween Havoc.
Nope.
So, however, Halloween Havoc, we had the Spin the Wheel, Let's Make a Deal match between Apollo Crews and Grayson Waller, which turned out to be a casket match.
Sure.
I got this one wrong.
Yeah, Apollo won.
I didn't call that one.
Yeah, neither of us did.
Yeah.
Also, Julius Creed versus Damon Kemp in an ambulance match, where if Julius loses the match, Brutus Creed will have to leave NXT, in which Julius won.
Got that one wrong again.
Also, we got that one wrong too.
Oh for 2.
The next one we got right, boys.
Okay.
Did you want to talk about it? Or you want me to say the result?
Yeah,
Carmelo Hayes versus Oro Mensah versus Wesley versus Von Wagner versus Nathan Frazier in a bomb-ass ladder match.
It was.
Yeah,
Good.
it was.
For the NXT North American Championship. Proud of this guy. Known him a long time. Wesley is your new North American champion.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. We called this one and
We did.
Very happy for him. Yes.
Oh yeah. I was thrilled at the result of this match. Oh, it was fucking awesome.
Totally fits. I like it.
Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez in a Weapons Wild match. We called Cora Jade to win because Roxanne's on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne won.
We were wrong.
Yep. Didn't see that coming.
Championship for the women's title. Mandy Rose defeated Alba Fire.
Yeah.
I think
That
we all
one was
called
obvious.
too.
Yeah.
We got that one, yeah. She's about to be a year champ.
Yep. Good.
She went on NXT or went on Twitter and said she's the best champion in NXT ever.
That means somebody returning.
Yeah.
It means a former women's champ is returning.
Sasha Banks.
Asuka.
Somebody to. Yeah.
God, I
Asuka.
would love
we
it.
haven't seen her, so that would make sense.
Sweet. If Asuka showed back up on NXT.
What if Charlotte went down to NXT just to fucking fuck her up?
Yeah, just to be like, nope. Sorry, Mandy Rose. You're hot and all, but
No, you're not.
Yeah.
fuck off.
And in the main event, we had Braun Breaker, the champion, versus JD McDonough versus Ilya Dragunov in a triple threat match for the NXT Championship. And it looked real close, like Ilya was going to pull it off, but Braun won. And there was no cash in. We were all wrong on that.
Yep.
God, I wanted to cash in so much too.
AJ got Braun being right though.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I still thought that Austin Theory was going to walk out.
He
with
wasn't
the-
even there.
Yeah.
They wanted us to think that. Those
It was such a weird build,
Yeah.
and then there's like a bit. Just kidding. Which it would have been so cool to have him cash in on the NXT title. It would open up doors for the Money in the Bank and make it mean more. Yeah. And I don't know. It would have set a cool precedent. I feel like.
Overall, it was kind of cool, kind of fun. The Halloween Havoc itself. I liked the casket match between Grayson Waller and Apollo Crews, and I also liked, obviously, my favorite match was the ladder match.
Mine too.
Yeah,
I like the women's title match too, actually.
Yeah. I like the ladder match the best, and the main event. You know, they kind of had me going on kind of all different ways, and then I was like, okay, yeah, Ilya's going to win, and, and then so. But hey, they're putting more stock in Braun, so that's not a bad move either. So.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So moving back to NXT, fast forward to Tuesday night. I said once again, I'm so happy for my dude Wes Lee, and then I said R-Truth coming out on NXT like it's Halloween Havoc was hilarious. Coming out to host Halloween Havoc.
R-Truth is just gold.
My bad. And then this particular next note I put here, just because it was kind of like, interesting. So, like we mentioned just now in the results, Grayson Waller lost a casket match.
Voila.
And Damon Kemp lost an ambulance match.
Yeah.
Two of like the most like OP gimmicks in wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they both showed up on Tuesday.
Yeah, just fine. It's completely fine. Yeah. Yep, didn't get it.
Nope. Where's the sell? Where's the sell?
Right, right. Like Grayson comes out ready to challenge for the title, and all of a sudden,
right? Yeah.
Like where's the Kevin Owens sell? Every time he has a big match, he sells for like 2 weeks after.
He's like, "Where'd Kevin go? I forgot." Yeah.
All right, let's talk. Go ahead. You got more NXT?
3 things actually.
No, you're all about NXT this week.
I actually really liked NXT this week.
Obviously,
I am totally here for Sangha and Veer dominating the tag team division. I like that.
Hold on. Wait.
Duke Hudson joining Chase U That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I did like that.
Yeah, I did like that.
And then we had The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine, make her debut.
Yeah.
What's the deal though with their names? Not particularly her. Like, I'm not singling her out, but you have Ava Raine, Alba Fire. Like,
oh right, yeah,
yeah.
And she's in Schism too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the red hoodie.
Yeah, she was the red hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like
weird.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes.
They like their elemental names right now, apparently.
They do. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Their elemental names.
All right, so AEW last week we just had Rampage because Dynamite was on earlier.
And guess what happened on Rampage?
What happened?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Willow
Nothing,
got signed.
fucking nothing.
Hook.
Willow got signed.
Willow got signed.
Hook beat Davari.
Hook beat Davari.
Yeah.
Hook is so underutilized right now.
Are they playing a storyline where Preston Vance is going to get unmasked? You think?
Yeah,
I think they are too.
and no one's gonna care.
He's
I mean, I
gonna
like
look
that they're
normal
doing
then.
it.
He's going to
but-
be normal then. You think? Like, he's going to be like just vanilla,
Yeah, he will.
You know what I
Like
mean?
he,
Yeah.
nothing will separate him.
right?
Yeah, this is like the most uneventful week of AEW
Definitely. Yeah. I mean,
ever.
he's
I mean,
like-
they did, however, make 50 announcements that the investigation is coming to a close. But shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
What's kind of getting funny to me on Dynamite is every match, every 15, 20 seconds, you got oh shit, not Delirious, Excalibur.
Oh, Excalibur, yeah.
Excalibur
Delirious.
going, like, don't forget next week, and blah, 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 you know, next week, don't forget to tune into.
It's like, we can't, Excalibur. You won't shut the
MLB
fuck up
playoffs next week. Don't forget to watch World Series. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm like, God, like, you know, like
He won't let
the
us
dude's
forget.
a machine, though.
And actually, though, like part of that, I remember specifically being annoyed because I think Shivani was trying to say something important, like about the match, and Excalibur totally cut him off to do one of those quick adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those live reads. It's like
Hey, you can tell JR gets a little nervous. So
come on.
I saw this thing today on Squared Circle Reddit. It's a fair question, I think. So for the first 3 years, 2 years, I guess you could say, of AEW's existence, AEW always felt like AEW Dynamite anyway, always felt like must-watch TV, must-see TV. Like you didn't want to miss Dynamite.
True.
Is it still like that? Like, are
Nope.
you
Nope.
right?
I mean, I think the newness is worn
Is
off.
it losing its luster a little bit?
Well, it's not that it's losing its luster. It's that after all, I mean, this is why I'm a little sour on AEW. We've talked about this. It is all the fucking drama that they work.
I mean, that's me. Yeah.
They work it into their programming, and I fucking hate it. So, like, I get that, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's cool to shit on AEW right now. Which I don't think it is. AEW is still a fantastic product, but I'm so sick of hearing about all the egos backstage, and these people can't handle these people, and MJF is never good. Or MJF is, you know, actually MJF's pretty awesome. I don't know why I said MJF. CM Punk, there we go. Is no one wants him back? It's like, shut the fuck up, and give us a wrestling program. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Well,
You're right.
For me, like I don't really care about the drama and stuff. I don't know. I just think it's just kind of added to an eventual storyline somewhere down the road. I just think it's all, even though it's not a work, I just think it's just all wrestling, so it doesn't really bother me. I think the newness is worn off. I think like you know, the hot girl next door ain't as hot as she used to be because she's not the new thing walking around anymore. You know, she's kind of leveled off. You know what I mean?
It's another thing too.
So-
Like, you know how like that's how we could say that with
Okay.
WWE. Sorry. I was just
No,
thought about that.
Go ahead.
As you said that, you know, in for us married folks would get this. Like, you've been married for so long.
Like the
After
honeymoon
a
phase is over.
while, you get into a little bit of a rut, you know. But you know, and then all of a sudden, your wife, you know, I don't know. I mean, WWE is doing it for us again. So
I think that's Like it was a weird combination where like AEW was up here, WWE was up here, and then you have all the fucking CM Punk / Young Bucks, blah 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 drama, and Triple H taking over, and so it kind of just went. Whoop.
Triple H taking over changed the whole fucking game.
It absolutely did.
Vince was still over there, and we're still where we are.
I'd be so annoyed.
We're still a little bit more on the AEW side.
We're just gonna be annoyed everywhere.
We'll still be watching that, Vince's booking. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, we'd still be watching Austin Theory take selfies on the main roster.
Yeah.
WWE is double champ right now.
No.
WWE is like the girl that was the hottest in school before that new girl came around. Now you're like, oh well, she was pretty damn hot before, so so you're kind of looking back at her again. Going,
she has experience.
Yeah, she was the one, right? Yeah, dude, for sure.
Nope, I'm not. Nope.
Nope.
I have a whole line of jokes right now.
All right, good segue, boys. It's Dropkick Discussion time. Let's move on.
Bang, bang.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Havens, the Argyle assassin himself, giving them all the shivers.
This is the one and only Mike Hartenbauer.
This is Space Jesus, Billy Starks.
This is referee Dan Perch.
What's up, bozos? This is Trevor Outlaw. You can address me as yours rudely. And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast.
You guys are listening to Sit Down Marks podcast.
You're listening to Sit Down Marks podcast.
Come celebrate pro wrestling right here on the Sit Down Marks podcast.
With DB, Primo, and AJ.
With DB, Primo, and AJ.
With Primo, DB, and AJ.
And you're listening to DB, Primo, AJ here on the Sit Down Marks podcast, the best podcast for professional wrestling.
All right, Marks. 25 years ago today.
To the day.
What some people to the day, yes. To what?
Wait, is it really to the day?
It
is. Yeah.
This match occurred on October 26, 1997.
Cool.
25 years ago today. Let me tell you, some people say this was one of the best matches in Halloween Havoc history. We'll debate that.
Oh my God, yes we will.
But let's talk about it. So, what we're talking about today here is we're talking about Diamond Dallas Page versus Randy Macho Man Savage, who was currently in the NWO Halloween Havoc 1997 in a last man standing match. October 26, 1997, as I said, this particular pay-per-view was what I always call was the fan pay-per-view in WCW. Hogan versus Piper in the steel cage. And they had that fan jump in there. And they tried to make it look like a shoot, but it was really work and yada, yada.
The guy was clearly in like a developmental.
Right, yeah. It was a big match in the rivalry of DDP and versus basically all of NWO when he was kind of going through, but Savage as well. It was kind of an awesome match, I think, because a lot happened. A lot during the match. Miss Elizabeth looks great here. I was pretty pumped to see her. Even Kimberly shows up. We're in the middle of Slim Jim era. Like yes, we're in the middle of Slim Jim era. So, this is good stuff. We had the classic Halloween Havoc stage with the smoke and the tombstones and the like ghoulie guy that was always on the front and stuff. So
I love the ghoulie guy.
Yeah. So let's talk about what you guys notice here before they start the match. Ghoulie guy.
Oh, so before we started the match, I also put 25 years ago today. I put
God.
That's a true story. Every time the music went new world order or it went for life. I every time it did that, I immediately thought of AJ.
Oh my God, I was in hell. Like I was in absolute hell.
And I put and the last thing I put up to the entrances was DDP's vest looks like it's made of foam. And I love fucking Macho Man's outfit was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked
yeah.
like the Nasty Boys, only not stinky.
Way
somehow.
cooler.
Yeah. Like if the Nasties took a shower and weren't horrible, like that's what they would look like. So, yes, I'll get into this a little. I'm so sorry. So I'll get into this later, but when the New World Order music hit, I got angry. So I'll say this right now: this era is not aging well for me at all, not even a little bit.
You just get angry.
Yes, so that's what I have. Like just the presentation and although I DBL, like what you said, like I love Halloween Havoc stage. The Ghoulie guy is fantastic.
Yeah.
I always loved Halloween Havoc as a kid, but the whole New World Order thing not aging well for me at all.
Yeah. So classic brawl to start the match. I'm going through this super briefly, but it was a basic brawl through the whole match because of the history they had between each other. DDP was trying to single-handedly take out the NWO. The match goes outside almost right off the bat, and I'm like, they're going right to the tombstones. Yep, sure enough, they go right to the tombstones. There goes Savage through all the tombstones. It's kind of funny watching back, too, because Elizabeth gets involved in this match. You didn't see her do that too much in WWE, but her and Kimberly's there. She makes the save for DDP, which was cool. And she kind of takes Elizabeth away out of the match. Savage constantly focusing on the bad ribs on DDP that, basically was taped up. Like, was DDP's ribs not taped up his whole career? Like,
Whole career.
Right? Yeah.
Always had a rib injury.
Yeah. So these guys were outside using all kind of things on each other, weapons, going for all kind of spots, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's got real sloppy for me. Like at times, like I wasn't really like that much, like really into it. Like it didn't impress me that much. But
yeah.
And then we get to the finish,
that don't
right?
impress me much.
We get to the finish.
Shania.
Sorry. Savage low blows DDP, right? And then an NWO Sting, quotation marks, come out. It's fucking Hulk Hogan. Comes out and hits DDP with a bat to the ribs. DDP can't make the 10 count. Savage wins the match. DDP's going out on a stretcher and Savage is still attacking him. I'm like, don't try to make this interesting. Like you just gave us the shit finish for, a mediocre match. This screams WCW, right? Yeah, this was, I wasn't impressed at all, but that was the synopsis. What do you guys got?
So go ahead, AJ.
Okay, so I love DDP. Always have. Like I loved him when he was like a goober heel. Like I thought he was hilarious. Like when he had like the hobo gimmick where he just looked like a fuzzy hobo all the time. Like I fucking love him. DDP is money all the time. He's the only saving grace to this match. Like when it started, he had like the ribs taped up. And then it immediately turned into WCW. There's a ref bump. There's a fake Sting coming out. And Tony Schiavone, I hate that he had to say this because I love Tony Schiavone, but he was like, I've been around long enough to know that's probably not really Sting. Okay.
Right.
I get that you are on TV playing a character, but don't be that stupid. Don't be a stupid character because it's clear, no one thinks that's Sting. Can't pull a fast one on me. No fucking shit, Tony.
In the 90s, we were stupid.
Yes. I hated... Okay, so I hate NWO booking. I hate it. I loved it as a kid. Now I cannot stand to watch it. I can't stand it at all. So I have very little notes on this. The match was fine. Macho can still do a cool elbow drop, even though he's 45 at this time or something like that.
Yeah.
Still does a great elbow drop. He's still nimble. DDP's awesome. I fucking hate this match.
Yeah. What you got, Primo?
Okay. That's take. No, just kidding. So Dusty says, this match has gone back to the ring more times than I thought it would. And literally a few seconds later, they're fighting amongst the tombstones.
Dusty.
And he says, "That's a real tombstone pile driver." And I said, "I'll give the commentators credit," and this is sarcasm, by the way, because they sure the hell don't want anyone to forget about them damn ribs being taped up.
Nope. Mm-mm. Do you know the ribs are taped up?
Yeah,
They're
right. And then I don't know who it was. It might have been Dusty or Tony. They were like, breathtaking match. I was like, get it? Because DDP can't breathe.
Yep.
His ribs are taped, in case you didn't know. And then I said, it's kind of confusing how DDP's own diamond cutter would make him hurt because Macho Man held onto the ropes and DDP just kind of fell flat and like all of a sudden he's dead. Yeah. Right, exactly. He literally just executed his move the way he always does.
Right.
And the last two things I had was, so Savage, the last time he did the elbow drop, when he pointed up at this guy, he spit, right? He spits and he does the elbow drop, and as he comes down, he lands the elbow drop at the same time the spit hits.
I didn't notice that.
And then fake Sting made me laugh. That's all I got.
Yeah, this shit was all over the place, man. This was kind of a match that I'd heard like a lot of people talk about. Some think it's great. I don't know how, but some not. But this one is, to some, I guess, considered one of the best Halloween Havoc matches. But anyhow, we watched it, we reviewed it. Now it's time to smelly mark it, boys. Anybody want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. 6 out of 10 smelly marks. It's fair to me because
That's
there's
totally
two legends, and that's the reason I gave it 6 out of 10.
I'm not going to be that generous.
And DDP was one of my favorites in WCW ever.
Mine too.
Like DDP, Rey Mysterio, Booker T. Those are my top 3.
See, I'd Sting, DDP, and Rey Mysterio. Those are my 3. But that makes this match worse for me. I can't stand the NWO gimmick. I can't stand the music. I can't stand WCW booking. I can't stand NWO booking. None of it's aging for me. I give this a 2 out of 10. I hated this match. Hated it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick it with a 6 just because DDP and Savage are in it too. Like, yeah, the booking horrible. I don't know. It was like they told them to do some things that I don't know. Just it was just all over the place. Not impressed. So yeah, so we'll talk this one up to do not watch. Oh yeah, I did.
And I swear that pad was moving.
Right. Yeah. Right. So next week, boys, a little bit more of a funner discussion. Next week, we're going to talk the 3 faces of Foley. I'm going to talk about Dude Love. Primo is going to talk about Cactus Jack. AJ is going to talk about Mankind. We're going to discuss and debate which one of the 3 faces of Foley was his best persona out of the 3. We're going to talk titles. We're going to talk about highlights of his career during that persona, and we're going to have a nice little promo for each of the personas as well. So that was going to be fun next week. Let's roll on here, Primo. You're taking over promo school this week. What you got for us?
Well, this week for promo school, I actually comb through a bunch. This is the problem whenever I take over promo school. There's so many I want to do. And both times, this time and last time, I wanted to do Eddie Guerrero ones, and I chose not to at the last second. I also wanted to do a Shawn Michaels one just because Shawn Michaels was in the Doogity Box today. But in the end, I went way left field and went with William Regal. So, and this is actually from William Regal's last match. It was in NXT. It's a quick 2-minute promo as he was getting set to take on Antonio Cesaro, as we know, Claudio Castagnoli.
I'm in the late autumn of my 30-year career, and recently I've been pondering over the legacy of William Regal. What's it all been about? I'm a vicious and sadistic and spiteful fighter. I've been a unique entertainer. never achieved the one thing that I coveted the most, and that was to become the world heavyweight champion. But that's my fault, because I have a wonderful knack of getting myself into a lot of trouble. But to the people who really know, I've always been a second-to-none world-class technical wrestler. That was until Antonio Cesaro came along. Because I know, even on my best day, he's 10 times the man and the wrestler that I've ever been. And he knows that. And that's what this is really all about. He has an intense desire to prove it. And I truly commend him for it. I'm going into this match knowing that the only chance I've got of surviving, let alone winning, is a miracle. And that's not coming to a faithless old villain like myself. I'm not worried or scared of my plight. In fact, I'm relishing the thought. I am going to compete with every drop of violent venom that I've got left. And if this is the end, well, I honestly can't think of a more noble way to go than being beaten by the ultimate competitor.
How cool was that?
Fucking
like a quick 2-minute promo, but like freaking, he told a story.
Yeah,
like a career spanning story. What
right.
What he's such a fucking man. Like Jesus
like
Christ, he's so
quietly
awesome.
sound too. Like I could
Right.
just listen to him for hours.
And now he's the leader of the Blackpool Combat
Right.
Club, featuring
Yeah.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Crazy, right?
Right.
Wrestling.
That is
man.
fucking unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
God, I love William Regal.
good
So
stuff.
awesome.
Good pick,
Yes.
Primo.
Thanks.
Yes, it was. That was a
Like that.
fantastic.
Thank
Like
you.
that. Kind of a, probably a guy that probably doesn't get as much credit as he should for promos. Like
There was another one I was going to choose, but I didn't, just because the audio was kind of fucked. But it was, and also, my stance on Eugene, but it had to do with Eugene, and it was basically Triple H calling out Eugene because he had like interfered in a match, and like villainous, really, because he was the GM at the time. He comes out and he goes, "What kind of sadistic villain do you think would have sent Eugene to do such a thing?" And like, he's like, "Don't forget, we have history." He starts talking about the Blue Bloods and Triple H, or like when he was in WCW, and how he used to be. Isn't that crazy? William Regal has mentored so many people.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
he has.
Yeah.
And you only know about a couple of them, like Bryan Danielson, like fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's
the
amazing.
greats. He's done a lot of the greats.
Yeah, he's had his hands on a lot of people. A lot of people. Yeah. Awesome.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, a lot of people are as good as they are is because of him. So
Yeah.
all right, good stuff there, Primo. We'll see what happens next time on Promo School. It's time for King of the Mountain, Bloody Nuts. Hit that Triple H music for me.
35-pound dog.
Time to play the game!
All right.
Bloody twig and berries.
All right, so the current King of the Mountain is AJ with a number set at 6. The current streak right now for all three of us was 0 going into last week's picks. We chose two off of a card off of UFC 280, I believe it was last week. So we had Sean Brady, who was coming into the match undefeated. The relation was Sean Stasiak, meat there. That was the wrestling reference. And then he was going against Bilal Muhammad, who Muhammad Hassan is who I thought of when picking this match as well. So there's your wrestling references. So Bilal Muhammad versus Sean Brady. AJ and Primo went with the undefeated Sean Brady. I myself went with Bilal Muhammad. Let's see. Winner by second round TKO, Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah.
So I will take the streak lead at 1. You guys will stay at 0 for this week.
You stay at 0 for this week. I had a 30-pound weight. Fall on my dick.
It's 35.
35-pound weight. Fall
Put some
right
respect
on my
on that,
dingle.
All right, boys. Let's get back to making picks for this week. Here we go. Make some picks from a little NFL football. Let's get back to kind of like what we might know here a little bit. See if we can roll it up, right?
What you might know.
I was about to say this is cheating.
Well,
I mean, I know football too, though. So
it's not really, but here we go. So we got some NFL football over in London on Sunday morning. The game comes on at like 8 a.m. over in the States, something like that. We got the Denver Broncos versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, the Denver Broncos, the Bronco Buster, I'm thinking X-Pac on this one, versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, come on.
Tony Khan owns them.
The Khans, right? Yeah. So we're picking the Denver Broncos with X-Pac versus the Jacksonville Jaguars as the Khans. I'm the current
entire
streak
AEW.
leader. Yeah, I'm the current streak leader. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. AJ, who's your pick?
Fuck that. Fuck X-Pac. Jacksonville. Fuck that 1-2-3 kid. Get the fuck out of here, Jacksonville. Right. I hate Trevor Lawrence.
Full transparency. I already made this pick at work today.
Okay.
But yeah, I picked Jacksonville then. I'm going to pick Jacksonville now. The Denver Donkeys are terrible right now.
They are. And Jacksonville has a good record in London. They actually play pretty well there.
Yep.
Because they played there from
that was another factor too.
Wait, Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback for Jacksonville, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you just said you hate him, so it didn't quite make sense. But
I don't know. I figured that.
All right. Once again, we're on the same side we were this week. I'm going with one pick. You guys are going with another. We'll see how it all works out.
Long way to go.
Yeah, long way to go.
I wonder how Denver is liking that pick for Russell Wilson.
5 more. 5 more. All right, AJ, it's time for your beautiful segment. Let's see what you got for your fans this week.
I forgot about this. I always forget this at the end now.
Yeah.
This is great. I hope you like my theatrics. I mean, robot voice, man. It's theatrics.
There you go.
Okay.
AJ's. What is that noise? Are those bees? Why are there bees in here?
Stack
I'm down to me of the week.
Oh God, they're chasing me!
That went better than I could have possibly imagined. Thank you. Why are there bees in here?
Just hanging out in my bedroom.
Hope Robot Man's okay.
Yep.
So, this is a continuation of last week. I told you guys that I bought some Stacker 2. And I did. You know, they got a little, because of the bees and stuff. I took a few just with complete disregard for my health and safety for you guys.
Are they FDA approved?
And oh God, no. The FDA was like, we're not touching that shit. So, do you guys know what heart palpitations feel like?
Little flutter?
Okay, what if like a palpitation had a palpitation? It'd be like a little That's kind of what it's like.
Right.
So, I haven't been sleeping well. And I'm very shaky.
Jittery?
Very jittery.
Yeah, it's
we'll say. Like
how new is that bottle? Like, when was it made?
As I said, this is an expiration date from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom is a little like cloudy, so I don't know.
They actually look like Yellow Jackets.
Some kid bought that at a WWE pay-per-view and sold it on eBay to you.
I mean, it was $30.
Oh my gosh!
But look, no, I got the Stacker 2 here. Like,
about 3 bottles
a piece.
3 bottles.
What? Just in case you get addicted? Like, what are you doing?
$30 a piece, dude.
I could only buy a bottle, a pack of 3. Like, they didn't have single bottles. So this is what the little pills look like.
Oh, you get them at the gas station?
No, I bought them on Amazon. No, GNC. They're not going to sell this bullshit. like I feel
it's $10 GNC.
Like I feel yes, $10. Actually 20 because we hyped your product. So
right.
You know that scene in Pulp Fiction where they inject what's her name directly in the heart with adrenaline?
Right.
That is what the last 3 days have been like for me.
Thurman?
Yes.
Yeah.
That has been my last 3 days. I want to stop taking these because apparently they're a dietary supplement to lose weight. I thought
they were a fat burner.
You don't need to lose weight.
They are. Yeah, they're a fat burner, basically. Apparently they're supposed to prevent your body from forming fat cells, but really all it's doing is preventing my heart.
It's supposed to be like a thermal type, right?
Yeah. And all it's doing is preventing my heart from beating properly. So I'm going to throw these away. Unless you guys want some stack or two.
I'm going to pass.
Yeah, I already take Adderall. No.
I mean, I have two more bottles. I can send one to each of you.
I mean, they'd probably work the opposite on me because I take Adderall.
But it has yerba mate leaf.
Yerba mate?
I'm sorry, it has
They make an energy drink out of that.
What's yerba mate? Because that's what it has.
It's a drink. Or I mean, it's a herb, actually.
It has yerba mate leaf powder.
I know Edge drinks them. He used to talk about them on his podcast all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Well, shit. And if you exceed 3 capsules in a 24-hour period, you're probably gonna die. Like there's a
yeah.
Please consume with food.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to take it with food, which again, you'll probably die. I think the moral of the story is I'm pretty sure if I keep taking these, I'm going to die. So I'm going to go ahead and stop taking these.
They're yellow and black like a caution tape.
Yes, they are.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yes, please
the
don't.
The things I do to myself for this podcast, fucking amazing.
We didn't say to buy 3.
We it's the only way I could.
We appreciate the commitment, though. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you're going to try a product,
poison cereal.
Go back to trying the cereal. Yeah, that one had more cereal.
All right, Blue Chew next week, okay?
Blue Chew? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Mount Everest. Woo!
Oh, I'm so going to get some Mount Everest. Have a giant raging Ric Flair boner the entire time.
You're gonna be on Sex Sent Me to the ER with Darby Allin.
Did you watch? Oh no, we have to save that.
Yeah.
Say that. All right. So as we talked about earlier, CJ Esparza, we got to talk to him just a few days ago. Right, he was getting ready for his match this coming weekend at Iron Spirit Pro. We got to talk to him about his influences. Things that that he's done in wrestling on AEW Dark. And, I don't want to ruin it for you, but all this good stuff, man, we talked about here. So here's our interview finally with the most dope CJ Esparza.
I was saying balloons.
I cut all this out. All right.
How's your dingle?
Ready?
It's better. I had another kid. All right, we're going.
Okay. All right. That was our interview with CJ Esparza, man. I'm excited about this match this weekend. Like I said, it's a big, huge match. I couldn't imagine only being just a few days away from being in a championship match. Nerves got to be set in, but hey, he sounded pretty comfortable. I think the man's kind of got his mind made up, and he's looking for a big night Saturday, right?
I think he'll get it too.
He definitely could. I mean, like I said, but Brubaker's so tough, man. Everybody that they put in front of him, he's set down for the past 2 years, and he's going to be hard to beat, and he's going to have to dig a little extra deep here to beat Brubaker. So, thanks again to CJ Esparza for coming on the pod. Go check out that. Look up this weekend, October 29th. In Normal, Illinois at the Community Activity Center, Iron Spirit Pro, biggest main event in Iron Spirit Pro history, Bloomington Normal history. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. AJ, plug that merch, baby.
We have merch. Go buy said merch. Also, soon we have new merch. Soon. Not yet, but soon. tpublic.com/stores.
Soon to have new merch.
/.
Soon.
Sit Down Marks. That website, once again, is tpublic.com/stores/sit-down Yerks.
Yerks. Primo, let's talk headlines, brother. What you got for
Let's
us
talk them, baby.
this week?
So this week in the headlines, them news giggles, we got the October 26th edition, 25 years to the day of Halloween Havoc 97, that famous Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio match. I mean, Eddie Guerrero. And then, first of all, we didn't talk about that, but I know all of us are probably like, fuck you, dude. But at the same time, how smart is that to get nuclear heat?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm this generation's Eddie Guerrero.
Right.
Yeah.
And his generation's Dominic Mysterio.
And he played AJ Styles same night.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, back to headlines. So, speaking of Guerreros, the Warriors, as they will, Chavo Guerrero joins the movie about the Von Erichs, the Iron Claw. Chavo will serve as the wrestling coordinator and also have a role in the film. We talked about it pre-pod. There's a photo floating around right now of Zac Efron. He's supposed to play Kevin Von Erich. He's looking jacked to the gills
Just
right now.
Completely roid bellied out. Amazing.
I mean, hey, if I could look
I'm
like
not
that,
denying this one. Yeah,
There's no way you can.
I mean, he
Fucking
looks like
Hollywood.
he's juiced, but like
God,
he's shredded too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
more pussy.
and so like I'm pretty cool. It's pretty cool though. Chavo, great person to be a wrestling coordinator, so that means their wrestling in the film should be on point.
Yes, it should be. That's great.
So if you guys weren't keeping up with the fact that I think it was the day, it was like a few days after the OC, the Good Brothers, came back to Raw. Obviously the same night, everybody in wrestling fandom was like, hey, Carl Anderson is still the never openweight champion for New Japan. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to defend it against Hakaleo. And they've already been promoting the freaking match. Well, him and Good Brother, Luke Gallows.
Good brother.
The Good Brother.
The Good Brother. Sorry, I'm about 4 beers in and my Texan's starting to come out.
10-4, Good Brother.
10-4. Some bitch power monkey nuts. So anyway, him and Luke Gallows made a video on Instagram saying basically he ain't defending the belt and he ain't going to Japan for that match. And that was about a week or so ago. And then earlier this week, New Japan made a statement on Carl Anderson saying, should Anderson decide to basically go back on his scheduled championship match, he'll be required to vacate the never openweight championship and return the title belt to New Japan immediately. In which case, Carl Anderson did come back on Twitter later on and say, I ain't vacating anything, or I ain't vacating shit, or something like that. I don't remember. But it's interesting dynamic right now. You think he's not able to... So, do you think it's a date conflict with WWE? Do you think Carl's just being a dick? Do you think...
I don't think he wants to go all the way over there to drop a title.
Whenever he's getting paid for WWE, you know?
I think that he's just doing it to garner heat. Of course he's going to return the belt.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like he's just doing it to get heat.
He's just stirring the pot a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just
We're talking about it, aren't we?
Anderson.
Yeah.
Sure, exactly. Yeah. Which I'm okay with. It's fine. It's fun.
So, yeah, that's interesting. More to come on that. Next up, as reported, unfortunately, number one, Kevin Nash's son passed away earlier this week. But additionally, I just wrote here on Kevin Nash's podcast, click this. He says that he's been receiving abusive DMs, comments, and phone calls since his son's passing. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
That, exactly. They're
terrible scum of the earth.
Yes. Scumbags. Absolute scumbags.
Dude, come on.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
I'm not going to get
ridiculous.
any
No,
clout.
yeah,
But I'm
no.
I'm gonna say this though. I've listened to a lot of podcasts in my life, man. That was kind of one of the most toughest ones that I have had to listen to. If you have a kid, if you like wrestling at all, if you like Kevin at all, I suggest listening to this pod. Kevin's like I can't even imagine, and Kevin's had a lot of bad stuff happen to him, but the fact that he like his roller coaster of emotions is very obvious on this episode. Like I said, I couldn't even imagine, but I mean, man, God bless that guy, man. A lot of bad stuff has happened to him lately, and definitely go listen to it.
Keep your thoughts out for that guy. Honestly, he has gone through some shit, and it happened on Razor's birthday.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah, and his son had autism, and being also a dad of a son with a special need, it's I don't know, man. It's like he was providing the best life he could for him, and out of all the stuff he said, out of everything, all the good compliments that he made about his son Tristan, the one thing that got me was that he was, he's like he was taken from me, and I was planning on so many good times in the future with him, and that really hits home. You know what I mean? So I mean, life is short, man. It's short.
Yeah, it is terrible, and it's very unfortunate.
It's sad, man. It's sad.
It really is, and obviously, all of our hearts go out to him.
He's only
moving
26. That's
yeah. So he was young. And so next up, via WrestleNews.co, on Ric Flair for his upcoming WWE documentary, Ric Flair says, "This will be better than my 30 for 30." Obviously, everybody here probably saw the 30 for 30 on ESPN. But he says, "This will be better than my 30 for 30 on ESPN because I made them promise me that whatever I said, they wouldn't edit. I'm not going to do something that's going to be edited again." So this is going to be like...
This one be more racy.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully it doesn't...
It's going to be pictures of his cock when he pulled it out in the airplane, wasn't it?
It's going to be like how big that helicopter was, man.
All Mount Everest up. Like, he's going to be good to go.
Eating those woo wings.
Right.
Got some
woo
down there.
So it's going to be real, apparently. So
okay.
That's all I got this week. There was one more, and I didn't write it down, but I forgot. Oh yes, that was the last thing. What you guys take on this? There are rumors. I think there might have been slight confirmation. I'd have to double check, but talks of WWE and GCW
really?
partnership. Yep.
I have not heard anything about that.
Yep.
Interesting. Those two don't seem to mesh.
Not at all.
Together.
Not at all. Yeah. If you go to
is an edgier guy though.
If you go to like the Squared Circle Reddit, their current sidebar picture is like the Monday Night Raw background, like the Titantron with Nick Gage coming out. Like it's photoshopped. But yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That would be wild as shit.
It would be wild.
Especially because Vince is not he hates death matches.
Yes, he does. Yeah, but Vince can not fucking be there anymore. So yeah,
Ciampa's going to be out like 8 months.
Surgery.
Injury.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surgery.
Yep. All right, Primo, give us that preview of next week, sir.
This is Sabotage, and you're listening to Sit Down Mark's podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. You wait for the sound cue.
I almost hit digging up bones. Digging up bones. Oh, man. So, that's not Randy Savage. That's Randy Travis.
Yeah.
Preview next week, Primo. That's me. Next week, we kick off November with a debate of the three faces of Foley. As DB mentioned earlier, he's taking Dude Love. I'm taking Cactus, and AJ's taking Mankind. Each of us will take a persona of Mick Foley and debate that our chosen persona was his best character. We also will talk about the fallout from the weekend at Iron Spirit Pro. Did CJ Esparza win the title? Also, WWE Crown Jewel predictions and much, much more. See you all here next week. Happy Halloween. Be safe. It's never too old to go trick-or-treating. I mean, I guess there is a certain age limit, but
it is too old at some point.
But I mean, if you're still a teenager, there's certain towns that are getting on teenagers for trick-or-treating. Let them be kids, man. Be kids as long as you can.
Agreed.
Don't step on any brown bags that are on fire. There's poop in it. You're welcome. Adios.
All right. Keep spreading the good word of wrestling, boys. You got anything? AJ, I'll see you Saturday at Iron Spirit Pro.
Fuck yeah.
You guys got anything else before we go here?
Let's
Thank
see.
you once again to CJ Esparza for being on the pod. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. I was going to say, do you think that FTR wins that fourth belt?
Yes.
I was about to say Impact. They should take that one too. The AEW Tag Team Championship.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, absolutely. They're their best tag team. They should have.
And besides them, who's your favorite champion right now?
Actually, now Wesley.
I don't know. I need to think about
That's
that
my
one.
pick.
Ask me. I got to think about that one. Listen, I don't know.
Who's yours,
All
Primo?
right. Wesley.
This is why I have this guy right here.
Wesley or Seth Rollins. Even though he hasn't done much with it yet, but I just love Seth Rollins.
I do too. He's awesome.
All right, AJ, take us home. Yeah. This outro sponsored by Stacker 2.
Stacker 2. Yeah, the voice guy.
I'm gonna die.
My poor heart.
What was his last words? So do you feel like you don't need to eat for like a month right now, AJ?
I'm never eating again. Also, my eyes don't blink anymore.
You just don't sleep.
AJ's going to put up the ring all by himself Saturday.
Yes, I'm going to. And the whole time it's going to be like,